Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Optimus Prime figure, and it's by Comicave. There you go, Comicave Studios. And basically the box is exactly the same as the Iron Man, the 1 and 12 scale Iron Man, except this is a much larger box. And the back shows die-cast LED light. Playable, articulated, 15-inch in height. It's about 15.5 inches in height. And then when you open up, and here inside, here are the accessories on this side, and then the figure would be housed on the other side. And then on the inside connector section shows how to attach some of these accessories, a picture of the figure, and then some of the articulation, all the accessories, and some of the features of this figure. Alright, and here we have the figure outside of packaging, so let's go over the accessories first. We have the shield, this side, and then underneath, what it looks like. And then we have a pair of gripping hands for the sword, and then a pair of fists, and then a pair of articulated hands. And then we have two connector pieces for the shield onto his back, and also the sword onto the shield. And then here we have the mouthpiece, the battle mouth, or battle piece, whatever this thing's called. And here's Prime, and there's his regular mouthpiece. Really good looking. All the ones we have gotten so far, I think all the Optimus Primes that we have gotten so far comes with this mouthpiece, and it is very nice to see you could actually get a figure with an actual mouthpiece on Prime here. It's really good looking. And then here's a good look at Prime here. And again, this guy is 15.5 inches in height. And here's a good look at him from the side. And almost all the armor plates that are on him, they are die cast, except for a few of them. The chest, the two pieces on the chest, and also the side skirt here. These are plastic. And I believe the front skirt is also plastic. Yeah, these two pieces are also plastic, but otherwise majority of them, it's majority of the armor platings are die-cast pieces. Really good looking. And these exhaust pipes, really nicely painted. They are actually chromed in. And they painted the tip of it, so it looks like it has some weathering. Just the back of him. And one thing I really like about this Optimus Prime is that the arm, it extends out. Let's see if I can pull it right here to show you guys. See, it comes out about that much, and then you could basically, there's a ball joint underneath, so you could rotate him a bit more, give him a better range of motion. And this shoulder piece up here is on a ball joint, so you could rotate them every which way. And then this shoulder pad down here, this section, is actually on a hinge joint, so you could completely lift the shoulder piece up so it doesn't get in the way. And here on the shoulder, it's basically a ball joint that's inside, and then over here there's a ball hinge joint, and then bicep, there's a swivel. Let's see if I can rotate that for you right there. It's really stiff. And then elbows could bend about 90 degrees, that's about it. And then he has ball jointed wrists, and it actually extends out a little bit to give him a little more range of motion as well. See how this is kind of tight against the wrist. And here you can see when you extend that wrist joint out, he has a little more room to work with. Really cool. And these are the articulated fingers. Quite nice. And these two chest pieces are actually on hinge joints, so they could actually collapse in a little bit. Helps with the articulation. Here's what it looks like with it in. And then which helps with the articulation for the arm, so he could grab a sword with two hands. And here you can see how far his arms could fold in, so both hands could be holding the sword. Really cool. And the chest, it feels like it's on a ball joint, and same with the hips. But it doesn't give you a whole lot of range of motion. Arching backward limits a little bit because of the design. The backside, you can see all these intricate details. I mean, it limits his articulation quite a bit when you want to arch him backward. But he could do a crunch quite good. And here's how far of a crunch he could do. See, extends out quite a bit from the backside. And let's see if I can pull him back. Let's see, arching back about that much, but forward it's quite a bit more, about that much. And these four flaps are on ball joints, clearly see, and also the hips are on a ball joint. You'll see there's a huge ball joint right there. And I'm so sorry that the video is kind of dark, but as far as the hips, you could lower these legs quite a bit, and he could bend his knee about 90 degrees. So here, if I zoom back a little bit, here's how far his leg could bend actually, since it's on the ball joint. And then this little flap right here, this piece right up here, it could come down, and you could flip this up so it doesn't impede with the articulation. Here you can see as far as his legs, articulation wise, is really good. I'm very impressed with that. So you could basically pose him in a pose where he looks like he's charging at someone. Granted, it looks kind of bad right now, but you get the idea that he is very articulated. And again, the knees here, it's about 90 degrees, and the ankles are actually on a ball joint, and then there's also toes articulation as well. And here's a good look at him from the back side with this pose. Great range of motion. And let's take a closer look at some of the detailing. See a lot of weathering on the plates itself. Really awesome looking. And here's just a pose of him standing. One thing I do wish, these ankle joints, which they were a little tighter, and or maybe just make them ratcheting joints, because that would help stabilize him even more. Because right now, if you don't have him on a perfect balance, he tends to lean either forward or backwards a little bit. You can see how, because he is so top heavy, well, majority of his metal pieces are on the legs, but up top he still have some die-cast pieces, so he is still a very heavy figure. So all all these weight are put onto his ankles, so he tends to lean forward a bit. So if you're not careful, he might just one day topple over if you're not careful. And here are those light up eyes for Optimus Prime, and I got him standing looking like a knight with the sword in two hands holding it. Really cool. At the end of this video I'm going to put a bunch of pictures up so you guys could see what he looks like with brighter lights. But here, let me see if I can focus on his eyes. Even though they look like they're just two blue dots, there are some texturing on those bulbs there. You could kind of see the pupils, because you can kind of see a couple of circles on the bulb itself. That's kind of neat. And then here's the mouthpiece, and it is swappable. One last look at this mouthpiece before I turn it into the battle mask. Oh, and here's the piece for the back of his head. That's where the light switch is. There's the panel with the batteries inside. It's already inside. And there's the on-off switch. And here he is with the battle mask on. Still cool, but I prefer the actual mouth. And here's the shield. You could attach it to either side. And there's the peg for it. And to me, it looks kind of bad. It sticks out quite a lot, especially from the side view. You can clearly see it sticking out quite a bit. I mean, from an angle like that or something, or even something like that, you won't see it, but from the side view you could clearly see a giant piece of thing sticking out. And here's the back piece. And once you remove that, you'll see a T shape here, and then you could put this piece onto his back, which attaches the shield on there. And on the back of the shield, there's this little cap here. Once you remove this, you could attach this piece, so you could slide a sword down. And so once you pegged everything on, and then you slide the sword down, and this is what it's going to look like from the back side. I don't really like it that much, because look at how much it sticks out, and that's quite a bit. I wish they made the shield a little thinner, or the backing at least a little thinner, not as thick. But I think this is how it's supposed to look in the film. But still, design-wise, I wish it was a little thinner, and it covers his backside a little tighter, and also covers his arm a little tighter as well. But here it is from the front, with the sword sticking out. And I am really glad that Comicave provided us with these extra hands, especially gripping hands for the sword, because these articulated hands are really, I mean, they aren't like super loose or anything, but I wouldn't really use them to hold the sword properly. I mean, if he's standing like a knight holding the sword down, that I would use the articulated hands. That's fine. But when he's holding onto the sword, pointing outward, or doing any type of battle poses, I wouldn't use these articulated hands, because it won't hold the sword up properly. And shield, there it is again. And I find myself being very careful. Today I got it, and then today when I was messing with this guy during this review, I noticed that I was using quite a bit of force, and he is very sturdy. The hips are fine. They're really tight, but yet they are really sturdy. It felt really good when I was moving them. And then these ratcheting joints around the knees are good. One thing that I don't like are these ankle joints. They are a bit loose, but the shoulder, they're tight, nice and tight, and it pulls out perfectly. And then elbows are fine, and then wrists are fine. Head, they're tight as well, but You don't feel like you're gonna break it. And the hips and the waist and the chest area, it's a bit loose, but that's not that big of an issue because it doesn't flop over or anything like that. So he stands fine, perfectly. But if you're gonna let him stand in your cabinet, I would probably give him a base or something, just so he doesn't topple over because of those ankle joints. And these pieces right here, they open up a little bit. I mean, there's no real significance to these pieces being able to open or close. It's just for aesthetic reasons, I guess. Another thing to worry about are these flat pieces for the waist, because these are on ball joint, but you can see how shallow that ball joint is, so you gotta be careful with that. And also here, these front panels here, you gotta be really careful with these, because you can see how thin that piece is. That piece of plastic is not made out of metal or anything. It's just plastic pieces, so you gotta be really careful when you're messing with the articulation around the hips. And one last thing that I have a little issue with are the plates. They look a little too small, smaller than what they look like in the film. So you see a lot more silver on him than the red and blue, because all these plates are red and blue, but you kind of see it doesn't fill his body up too much, especially the arms. It would have been a little nicer if they're a little bigger, so it covers up the arm a little bit more, cover up some of the silver pieces and the thigh. I think this whole piece is supposed to be blue. I could be wrong, but yeah, these majority of the pieces are silver. You could clearly see a lot more silver than red and blue, which I would have preferred. So here's one last look at Optimus Prime. Show you guys all the details. And it's missing an Autobot logo. Really, really good looking piece. And there are the Cybertronian markings. And those markings are all over the sword as well. And the sword is made out of plastic. The shield, majority of the shield is made out of plastic, except for back here, the blue pieces right here. That's metal, but everything else is plastic. The shield. And here's the back side again. Sorry for the low light. I have to do this after work, so I don't have much time. Those feet. There's a lot of stuff going on with those feet. Really good looking. But yeah, again, he's leaning forward a little bit. So yeah, again, I'm going to put a bunch of pictures at the end of this video so you guys could really see a clear look at this figure. So there you go. There's the Comicave 1/22 scale Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. Thanks for watching.